Hello, world. The greatest illusion of life is the illusion of separation. Separation arises out of perception. Therefore, perception creates your illusion. The illusion of you. The illusion that you and all else are separate. It is the underlying reason why your world is how your world is. It is the root cause of all divisions, and more significantly, it is why you see yourself as you, an individual you, a singular you, living in a material world among other individuals, a you who perceives the world to be external, an individual you perceiving an outer reality filled with conflict and turmoil. But the truth is, the conflict and turmoil you see out there has never been out there. It has always been in you. All separateness is birthed by perception. Every division you see is a reflection of every division you have with yourself. If your world is divided, it's only because you are divided. Divided between who you are and who you think you are. Here lies the root of every issue, the cause of all confusion, the creation of all conflict. It is why fear controls every thought and dictates every action. It is why you have yet to discover your nature, your purpose, yourself. Defy your perception. It will release you from the self you think you are and allow you to see the self you've always been by awakening you out of the illusion of you and into the you who once dreamt an illusion. The observer is the observed. When you judge the world, you are judging yourself. This means you cannot help or hurt another being without also helping or hurting yourself. Because all there is exists within you. In fact, all there is you, and you are all there is. The universe and all in it exist because of you, including love and also hate. But true love is rare, even though true love is your intrinsic nature. An unconditional, intrinsic nature without limits, without end, without restrictions. True love cannot be swayed. It is absolutely centered, unchangeable, and eternal. It is how all would prefer to be loved. Therefore, it is how we should all prefer to love others. But if your love is not true love, if your love is conditional, if your love comes from anywhere that's not your true self, your love, regardless of what or to whom you are projecting it to, will eventually turn into pain. Pain has infinite expressions: fear, anger, grief, hate. They are all different manifestations of a single misperception, all expressions of a perceived division within you, a self created division from where the illusion of you is born, an illusory you appearing to be real, an illusory you experiencing a false existence, a false existence you have unknowingly given acceptance to, rendered credence to a fragile reality created in you by you, a misperception of your truth, an absolute truth without a single limitation, reduced to a limited, individual, perceived experience, vulnerable to the winds of change, subject to the whim of mind, a mind in you ready to be freed by you, like a bird released from its cage, disappearing from view, never to be seen again, never returning to the cage of mind it once called home. You are that bird, and your gate is open. You can choose to stay, or you can choose to leave. It is only your freedom at stake. And since there is only you, when you become free, we all become free. To relinquish illusion, to unburden yourself of all inner divisions, for most will not come easy. Because to find freedom means you have to let go. It means the you once knew yourself as must be released. It means the perceived refuge you received from the cage of mind must be surrendered, relinquished until it no longer exists. Because if the mind in you is released, you are released. But you have to let go. Fear can't hold you back. Doubt can't restrain you. Your yearning for truth has to surpass your conditioned desire to remain in illusion. But you have to be ready. Your readiness will be your catalyst. Nothing else is needed. Once you get here, there's nothing the mind can do to hold back your awakening, regardless of what it attempts. It won't be enough. In fact, anything it tries, it would only advance your releasement. You'll be out of the mind's grasp. A mentally driven self, no longer needed, no longer useful. Now, it will be the mind's turn to take a back seat, to be silent and listen, to listen without reply, to observe without thinking, to love without condition. Once here, the world you see will become the world that sees you. A world in you where divisions are obsolete, where the illusion of you is no longer necessary to uphold, where all separateness fades away, not into obscurity, but into clarity, clarity of sameness, clarity of oneness, a clarity only the surrendered can experience. Those who have relinquished their desire to hold on and are willing to lose themselves in order to find themselves. So go on, free yourself, release your hold on yourself, a hold on an illusory self plagued by divisions, an illusory self existing in non-unity, an illusory self fearful of non-duality, a non-dual existence where perception of separateness is non-existent, where all barriers dissolve, barriers in you that were never truly there to begin with, barriers in you imagined only to one day unimagine. The path here, you know it well. It is the path you've been walking. It is a path of self-discovery, a path of self-recognition through self-acceptance, discovery of the self you are by accepting the self you spent lifetimes being. That self is your greatest teacher. It is because of its false divisiveness that will allow you to see your true undividedness. It is its darkness that will urge you to see your light. It is its limitations that will allow you to realize your limitlessness. Illusion will get stronger before it lets go. Confusion will intensify before it clears up. All fruitless attempts of survival by a mind in you frightened of facing its own destiny, a destiny leading you to yourself, a self you know well, waiting for you to see your cage is unlocked, waiting for you to see you're free to fly away, waiting for you to decide you've had enough. Until then, illusion will remain your cage. Separateness will be your guide, and duality your experience. However, do not be alarmed. When it's time, when you're ready, you'll begin to see that all you see is within you. And then all you see will be seen differently. The difference between you and the illusion of you is non existent. You are like the ocean. The illusion of you is like a wave. In the end, they are both the same. They are both one. It is your perspective only that needs to change. A wave has a brief existence. It emerges from and returns to the same ocean where it belongs. Just as your wave of illusion emerged and will return to the vast ocean of you where it belongs. A vast ocean of you without divisions, an ocean without a care in the world about what a wave is doing, because it knows all waves will always return to themselves, just as the illusion of you will always return to you. On a grand scale, the illusion of you is insignificant, just as a single wave is insignificant to a vast ocean, an ocean of you ready to accept your return, a return you will make to yourself. The instant the illusion of you is no longer appealing, no longer interesting, no longer entertaining. It is at this point where you'll begin to yearn for truth, your truth. And as you embark on your journey seeking for yourself, you will eventually realize that you have always been free. Free to be free, and also free to be bound. Hey world, I hope my words help you release yourself out of the illusion of you and into the you who once dreamt an illusion. Let go and allow your own process to unfold. Witness your return to the vast ocean of you from where you emerged. If you have enjoyed what you've heard, please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, be kind. Be kind to yourself and others. Thank you.